Okay, let's start module 2. So module 2 is designing a hinge. So you can see many hinges on your door or whatever. So this is a hinge. So I'm going to design this hinge. So this is one part of a hinge, and then this is um, the the final models of the models. So that consists of two parts. So two these hinges make this one. So this hinge. So this part is one hinge, and then the other one, the top side, is the second hinges. So as you can see, so the first and second model is the identical, the same, right? So to design this one, I'm going to use assembly feature on Fusion 360. So let's just say in Fusion 360 you have many modules, so many components, and then you want to design a model that assemble individual components. So in this example, I will show you how we can assemble the components from separate files. Okay. So first step is you will need to design this hinge, half of hinge. So I just also prepared for these procedures. So you can see my slides or you can watch my video together. So I'm going to move to new sketch, new design on Fusion 360, and I will show you the demonstration. So I'm going to start with a new sketch, and I'm going to draw this sketch on XG plane, okay? Because this is XG plane. So um, just I will draw a circle that is 12 millimeter diameter, and then I will apply offset to make it a cylinder, offset and click, and then 2 millimeter, but that goes to inside, so you can click flip and then goes inside. So I created another inner circle that is 8 millimeter diameter because I used offset 2 millimeter. So many students confused with this offset because offset is a copying another object that reduces the size of 2 millimeter of this the given number parameter. But let's say this is 12 millimeter, and the inside, and then apply 2 millimeter offset. But 2 millimeter offset this side, and then the other side 2 millimeter offset. So the inner circle is 8 millimeter. So let's double check. So I'm going to draw a diameter, and it shows 8 millimeter, right? Because I applied a 2 millimeter offset. Okay, so I finished sketch, and then let me rotate. So extrude the cylinder. So 100 millimeter. Okay. Okay. This is the I created a cylinder. This is a hinge barrel. So the next step is to create a hinge body. So let me show you my slide real quick. Okay, yeah, this is the hinge body. So I'm going to create this one. So by drawing this rectangle. So in this model, I'm going to create a new sketch on the edge face of the cylinder and create a rectangle. So I can use a rectangle, just 2 point or whatever. But the center of the rectangle should cross this the circle, center of circle. So to make this, I'm going to create a rectangle, center rectangle to just guide. So that is 3 millimeter. The height is 3 millimeter, and then the width is just, let's say just 4 millimeter, right? So, and just finish. And then this is, I just created this rectangle to find the center point of this two lines that cross this center point or center of the circle. So I'm going to use this line. So let me convert this line to open this sketch palette, construction line. Okay, and that's it. And then I'm going to draw a circle. I'm sorry, rectangle. From the center, and just should cross the two lines of the rectangle, top and bottom line, and the height is 3 millimeter, and then the length is 56. Enter. So I designed a body. So let me finish the sketch, and then we will rotate. We see this body of this plane. So we can ignore the inside of the rectangle because I can just extrude this outer areas of rectangle. So I'm gonna click extrude and click this face, and then extrude to this side. So 100 to the end. Okay, and then you can just operation join. That's fine. Click. All right, so I created a hinge, body, and then cylinder. And then the next step is I'm going to create, I need to cut out this piece. Okay, so to cut out this piece, and then there's a specific size. So the rectangle is 25 millimeter, and then the other 25 millimeter span and 25 millimeter cut out. So I need to draw two rectangle to cut the cylinder, and then yeah, that's it. So let's go to my sketch, and then I'm going to create a new sketch on XY plane. Okay, so let me click XY plane. But if you cannot find the origin, XY origin plane, so you can hide this body and then select XY plane. Okay, select and then show body. So I'm going to draw two rectangles. So first one is from this edge of the cylinder, and then the height is 25, and then 12 millimeter. So that was the diameter of the cylinder was 12 millimeter. So that's fine. That's good. And select, and I draw this rectangle, and then I'm going to draw another rectangle, but that's the distance from first and second is 25 millimeter. So I'm going to draw a line as expected, 25 millimeter, but that is, I'm going to select this line and make this as a construction line. Okay, and then draw another rectangle from the end of this line, construction line. Again, 12 millimeter and 25 millimeter rectangle. Okay, I draw two rectangles. Okay, and let's finish. And then I'm going to cut these two rectangles from this hinge. So select extrude, and then select two rectangle, first one and second one. Okay, and then extrude to the other side. All right, so I think that what I need to click the direction. So both two side. So we can extrude the two directions, both side. So, and then cut operations, click, then we can obtain these shapes of hinge. Okay, and then one more step, we need more. So for this hinge, I'm going to create 3 holes, the mounting holes. So when you mount this hinge, you need to have a hole. So, and then just, this is not just hole. So I'm going to create a countersink hole. So countersink hole is a hole that has this kind of shapes for nailing or they put the screws. Okay, so to make this countersink hole, so I'm going to draw a 3 circles, but we don't know how we can draw circles, so that circle should be balanced, so the asymmetric. So to make that circle, I'm going to create a rectangle. So, but it is rectangle is up to you. So I just randomly draw a rectangle. Not do that. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, that's center rectangle, and let's find the center of this rectangle body, a flat body rectangle, and then extend rectangle. So the side is up to you. So I'm not gonna specify the side. So let's say 80 times 30. Okay. Or 35. Let's say 35. Okay. I'm sorry. That's 30. So that's much better. Okay. And click. And let's make this rectangle construction line. And then I'm going to I draw this rectangle to find 3 holes, point of 3 holes. So I'm going to create a center, a circle to the edge of the rectangle, 5 millimeter, and then to the edge of this rectangle, 5 millimeter, and then center of this rectangle, 5 millimeter. Or you can just reverse this rectangle. So in this example, I reverse. So I'm going to reverse, undo again. So that rectangle should be right side, and then 2 more rectangle. I don't know, circles on the edge of the rectangle. And let's just finish sketch. So I'm going to make draw hole, create holes. So if you click hole, you will see hole, the dialog. So the first thing that you need to do is select face and sketch point. So I'm going to select this face, and then you can also just select the positions and then decide, but I'm going to use reference, and then select reference, and then select a circle that you draw. Okay, find, and then they specify the side. So I'm going to draw 5 millimeter hole, and then hole type is countersink. And click this one. So that specify the side. Okay, so you can leave this the default the parameters. So click OK, and if you zoom up, see the hole is countersinked. This countersinked hole. So I'm going to repeat this process 2 more times. So click hole, and then select this face, and the reference, the circle, and then the side is the same. And one more time, face, and the reference, circle, and then just click OK. All right, so we designed a half hinge. So we need to copy one more time. So, but I'm going to use assemble feature on Fusion 360. So for do this, let's save the model file. Save the model, and then if you need to you should create a Wix 11, and then this name is hinge have. So I already created hinge have, so I just put number 1. So hinge have. So this is model name, and then save. So what I'm doing is going to create new design. Just ignore just previous one. Let me just do this one. So I designed the hinge model, and the name was hinge have, and then I just created a new model, new sketch, and then this is a assembly file. So on your data panel, you can find GoWig 11, and then you should find your file that you saved. Okay, so I just designed this one. So if you click find this model, and then click mouse right click, and then find insert into current design. So that means I'm going to insert this design into this this design, right? So insert into current design, and then let me double check. Okay, I'm sorry. So before this process, you should save this file. So I'm going to save the new sketch file, and then the name was hinge assembly. So I already created one, so I just put number 1, so to avoid file name confliction. So save. Okay, so let's find the model that we created, this one, and then insert into current design. Yeah, I imported my design into an assembly file. So let's just say just okay. So that is a new component. I imported a new component into this assembly file. This file is just assembly file. I'm not going to design it in this file. All right, so this is half of my design, and then I'm going to import one more time because that hinge consists of 2 half hinges. Okay, so I'm going to import this model one more time, insert into current design, and then insert it, but same design. So when you import it, so you need to rotate 180 degree. So if you cannot adjust well, so you can type just 180 and type and okay. So you imported the new model. So now you need to align the 2 models. So this is the first model, and this is second model. So that should be aligned with the aligned. So there's certain area there's a overlapped. So I'm going to use align feature on Fusion 360. So I'm going to use modify, go to modify and click align. And then what I'm going to do is align this face of component 1, and then align with this component from component 2, and then okay, and aligned, right? So automatically aligned. And then this model, these 2 objects are just now folded. So I'm going to just unfold to visualize your object. So you also need to follow this procedure. So I'm going to move, rotate this component. Okay. So let's click copy and move and copy menu, and then move object, that is component, and then you can select you can also select by this browser panel, or select this object, the component. Let me just select this second one, and the move type is rotate. Okay, just rotate. And then I just select this object, and then when we rotate, you need to define axis. So I'm going to define this axis, this circle of this component. And then you see this indicator, so you can rotate like this. It's up to you. You can just rotate 70 degree or minus 60 degree. So I'm going to undo again. So copy, select component, and this object, just rotate, and then axis like this. Let's just say 55 or 60 degree, and okay. So this is my model hinge. So you can design models in Fusion 360. All right, so this is the module 2. So you also have this is also assignment 2. So your assignment 1 was the previous, the spinner, and this is the module 2 assignment. So you will need to design this one, and then capture, and then submit. Okay, so this is module 2. So we have one more module. So thank you for watching.